Hey, fellow collectors, wanted to talk to you today about some things I found out in the wild. So first we'll look at these lovely little guys. You can find these anywhere. This is the new sets that are coming out if I could get a hold of them. All right. So now we see we've got these vehicles here. And yes, I've got a few of them already. But while I was out and I saw them about, I said, you know what, I'm going to pick up a couple more, see what I can get going there. Oh, very, very cool. Now I also found this Batman here, this Batman and Ace, the Bat Hound. Very cool looking Platinum series. So it's very cool. It's yeah, it's the Batman from Planet X or Zur-in-Law. I mean, it's definitely a different Batman altogether. Very cool. Now, this is the Batman Ace and Hound that you get, and you go in the back here, you can see the Ace there. There's the Batman, and you also had Robin back then, because where would Batman be without his Robin? He'd have Ace, right? That's the way it goes, I guess. But yeah, so it's a normal packaging. We have Batman, the Ace, Hound. Excuse me, I had a little cough. So the purple and red and yellow sets it off. I can't remember if they really ever used it other than this right here. You'll have to excuse me. I have a little visitor. She's saying hello, everybody in YouTube land. Alyssa, my sweet baby. So yeah, so I don't remember if Batman actually used this other than the Planet X and the other ones of the Batman or Zorro trapped in Arkham. But a very cool find nonetheless. And here we have the Spawn Batman. A very nice Batman Spawn 1996, which is very, very cool. Now this is the blue version, and just so happens I do have the black version that came out prior, a long time ago, Batman version. The one that kind of started it off all for the Batman Spawn thing. You'll notice he does have the little claws up here, the little sections here, and yeah, it's very cool. Definitely love this Batman. Next I found Mr. Captain Cold. Flash's version of Mr. Freeze. Captain Cold, the Platinum Edition. Very cool looking fellow. Definitely the rogues from Flash. You see here on the back. And then very nice find. And with him, I found these at GameStop. We get the Guy Gardner. Now, Guy Gardner, as you know, is the second Green Lantern, or the third if you're going from the Silver Age comics and you're going from the JSA. But this is the replacement for Hal Jordan. On Earth, they got a dude that definitely had an attitude, but he didn't have much fear. So they didn't have that in their requirements, did they? So here we have a picture of Guy Gardner with the Green Lantern corpse in the back. So which one do I open up first, huh? Which one do we go with? Any, mini, mighty, mo? If you're watching, let me know. All right. Mr. J, what's going on, sir? So these little boxes that you asked, these are little miniatures for Star Wars. You'll see them here. And I'll actually open up one before I open up Guy Gardner. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So just take this tool here, slide it on open. Pop it up. And say, well, I got you on here. Your dioramas are totally cool. Love them every chance you get. Yay, I got the one I've actually been looking for a while. This is The Mandalorian. When the first season of The Mandalorian, and we see here, just turn this around. We can get this slid here. And he has a little clip, you can see there. Just clip on that. And you can either keep him going like that. So definitely with these type figures, you can go with the good dioramas and save some space. Oh, looks like I broke it. Whoops. This thing is not that bad. So the ghost that you were talking about, the mini ghost, I actually got it from Target during the Christmas season, or Walmart Christmas season, for 15 bucks. Now they're 50 bucks. That's what thing I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit. So they probably will go on sale. They're not really flying off the shelves. So I definitely would wait for them to go back on sale. I'm gonna reattach his cloak here. And yeah, it did break when I was trying to get him on, but yeah, super glue that later. Get him onto the side. So let's go ahead and look at Guy Gardner. Yeah, that's the thing. 60 bucks is, yeah, definitely. It's cool and everything, but man, gotta wait. Gotta go eat. All right, let's pop this open here. And I'll keep the box, so yank it out. All right. Yeah, it's really stuck in there. So we'll just get this going here. Yeah, the normal DC, but we see we got the regular logo is embroidered here in silver, brown, and you see we have the card, the front, and the back. Very cool card. I'll definitely love it. Now, Guy Gardner definitely has a few accessories. That bowl top haircut that we see in the Superman promos, I definitely do not like that. That is just don't like that, man. So there we go. Get these clipped out. I like Guy Gardner. I like his attitude. And it's funny, he ends up with the shy girl from the JSA Ice, but they break up when, you know, Guy Gardner's attitude and his inability to hold his attention for more than 5 seconds, right? Sort of like me. But he does come with these accessories, and they just are in tape. to pull this out. There goes another base. Look at this. Oh, that bad haircut. Yeah. So he has the same accessories as the Warrior does. And I'll bring the Warrior over here in a second. But definitely very cool. So head sculpts versus plates. For Guy Gardner, the answer is yes. I wish they would have given a different head, because if you look here, we have this two-tone skin. I don't know why or how, but I know that different plastics make different colors, and if you're not going to paint it, then yeah, you're getting this. And his mouth here, you can see his tongue is made for the open mouth version. We have this version and this version, the smirky versions. But he also has, oh, where is it? This version where he can put on his face and do that, the surprise. Now, the funny thing is, his neck and head go together, but that ear right there and this cut in the back, just not the same color. Yeah, painting is good and everything like that. You definitely would have to paint this, match that up. But problem is with this one, that the neck actually goes with that, so you can see there that so you'd have to paint this section here that color, and probably would be better. But the only problem I would have would be in here, so you could probably skip there, right? Just go in the ears, things like that. Very cool. Yeah, I like the Guy Gardner look, that that outfit he had on versus the Hal Jordan. Now, he does a pretty good T-pose. Arms rotate around, biceps with a double bend in that elbow. A ball jointed peg hinge. Head can really look up, down, right, and left, and all around, do the exorcist. Now, he doesn't have much of a waist because of his vest. Definitely can spin around. Von Damme style split's cool. Forward back, double bend. I just wish they would give these guys some bend here or turn at the boot, which would be a lot better. Now, he's got that double bended ankle. You can see here. And if you don't have it just right, you can break it just by trying to do that. Yeah, I like I say, I like the fact that they did. Now, I would have loved if they would have done the red version of Guy Gardner instead of the Warrior, because I definitely liked him better as a Red Lantern. All that anger and everything, taking control of the corpse, that was a good storyline for him, and definitely that haircut. And speaking of hair, yeah, he has this bowl cut. Looks like Mo. So we can take this head off. Give him that bad haircut. Jeez. Like he cut his own hair with a ring. Well, you could turn it the other way, I guess, too. And I think this is the one that they have in the movie. That haircut. Which is very cool. Let me put the stuff to the side. It was very nice. Definitely a cool find today. I was like, oh, I had some GameStop credits and everything. So I went in there, looking around, saw these guys. I was like, okay, I know what I'm spending my credits on, which was very, very cool. Now, Captain Cold here. I definitely love it. Love him and everything. Let me go get my Guy Gardner Warrior. We'll take a look at him, see how he looks. Oops. So here we have the Hal Jordan Classics Silver, and I brought Guy Gardner the Warrior. Now, I love the fact that they did give us the Warrior. You know, that was definitely a cool find. I found this one at Walmart in the electronics section of all places. You know, now he still has the same DC logoed thing. I guess that's the new way that they're going to split these versions. Instead of the full black label, they'll do the shiny label. I kind of like it too, but you know, definitely cool. Yeah, I definitely love these guys. The fact that you can have the Green Lantern Corps from the 80s. Get the John Stewart in here, get Kyle, and see if we could do those other ones. Yeah, I actually found the Chase before I found the original. I had this one pre-ordered, but they took so long, I just canceled it, and luckily I found it here, which is cool. I have a show coming up in a week. I'm going to try to see what I can find there. Hopefully I can find the original Mr. Cold, or Captain Cold. I don't know why I keep calling him Mr. I guess I keep getting Mr. Freeze on the brain. But yeah, that's totally cool. I could give Guy Gardner that effect, you know, but Hal Jordan always had the corny effects, like the big fist or something like that, which they did play in the movie. The big old hand that slapped everybody away when he was fighting them. That was cool. But let's put these aside, and we'll get on this guy. Now, I actually talked the guy to give me a little bit of a discount since this was a Chase version and it was broke. That was a cool guy. I love working with the GameStop guys. They are definitely cool. I'll get this one going here. Put him in the back and get this pulled out. And we can see he does come with the same type cord, which is the green jetpack. Yes, actually have the death metal version Hal Jordan green backpack, because Walmart was so nice to give us that one in the shiny green, but I have the original one with Batman of Earth 22, I think it is. That's a Green Lantern that fights. I think it's a very nice mold, but whenever I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'll save my 23 bucks since I already have the mold. The only difference is he's shiny, right? Unless I can find him on a deal, you know, then I'll definitely get him. But yeah, nice card. I love the fact that they're going with these embroidered here. It definitely looks very nice. Now, Mr. Snart has a very small bio compared to Guy Gardner's, right? But yeah, so I like the fact too that he was in Legends of Tomorrow, and that he is the leader of the Rogue Gallery. You can see Heatwave here and Mirror Master, and he's the brains of the operation. Now we can see Captain Cold here with all these accessories. And I love the fact they gave him a gun. Where would Captain Cold be without his gun? DC is now, I guess, reversing the no guns policy, because we also have a couple of other figures with weapons, which, you know, I never really understood that, because if you've got a gun and this guy can shoot you with laser beam eyes, I don't think the gun's really that bad. But I know why they do it, because of real world politics and everything like that. Guns are bad when people do not use them correctly. Now, being in the Army, I got respect for weapons, things like that, learned how to use them, and I teach my kid and my wife the best way to use a gun. We go to the range quite often. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. All right, Captain Cold. Oh, you got a... he got something on his head here to hold him down. Love it. The rubber band to hold that face in, I guess. That's a good sign, right? Okay, so Captain Cold. Let's look at him a little bit closer. Now, I know I didn't really do that with Guy. You know. He could be yelling something at him. Hey! That mouth. That's just so hilarious. But yeah, so just feeling these two. Captain Cold definitely has a lot more detail. Guy is very, very smooth, but Captain Cold, look at that. That is very cool. The fur around here, you know. Now, I should have probably, I'm good English. I should have brought my page puncher, Captain Cold, over here. But I didn't. And unfortunately, this isn't something you can store his weapon in, so you're going to have to either use it or probably lose it, right? Yeah, I'm loving that cloth. See if I can get a... Yeah, I love his sculpts. I definitely think he wins, but you got to remember, he invested in the 3D printing way back when for his Spawn figures, and that's why they were so ahead of the curve as far as details and things like that. And I don't know if it was proprietary that he locked in some of that technology, but definitely he wins the hands down approach for 7-inch figures, staying in a good price range, and yeah, he just definitely a very cool dude. But he is a little bit of a hypocrite when it comes to molds. So, and this is rumor, so don't take it, take it with a grain of salt. I ran into a fellow conventioner, and he actually sculpted and molded figures. He designed them and printed them out. And he wanted to go work for McFarlane. And he met all the guys from the Four Horsemen, became friends with him, and learned that there are some things in the background and some contracts that you have to sign. And I'm pretty sure this is standard contract for any dealer that makes toys or anything like that. So anything that you make while you are employed belongs to that company. Yep, that is what it is. But yeah, we can see we got these eyes. These eyes are a little different than this one. He's like grinning. I kind of like that one, tell you the truth. That one's and that more serious face. But definitely love that face, that grinning face there. That one I think will probably stay on. But yeah, so he can do a pretty good T-pose, forward and back arms, bicep swivel, double bend in the elbows. Got that ball jointed peg here. One peg goes in there, one peg comes out. So it allows for a rotation, things like that. Now upper torso, get a pretty good move here. It spins the waist as well. Diaper doesn't get in the way. Love the belt is glued onto that diaper. You can see here, spot glued. But yeah, I wish this would have been able to hold this, you know, like the old version did. But we do get a double bended knee. That boot, yeah, I like that boot. Now he does have a ball jointed, double ball joint here. And the ankle moves around. And the toe goes up. Yeah, I will be doing a table at this coming March and April. March will be down in Noonan, Georgia. My first time really setting up something down there. I have actually, no, it's my second time. The first time we only had a small amount of stuff. I didn't know what to expect. But this time I'll have all of my stuff there. As far as April goes, I'll be at the toy store, or not the toy swap event down in Sandy Springs, Marietta. Once again, that's my usual haunt, and I'm trying to get a vendor spot at Atlanta Comic-Con, but they're being very coy about that. Usually it would be, yeah, you can do that, but they're seeing if they've got another space for me. But I'll try. If not, I'll just cosplay and do my normal interviews and things like that. But yeah, so this, I always laugh at this gun that they give him. It sort of looks like a hairdryer, doesn't it? I mean, I know the coils and everything for the Freeze, but yeah, that's definitely a cool Mr. Freeze knockoff Captain Cold. So let's see if I have one. So I actually do. So here we see the Captain Cold from the new 52. Now in this rendition, he didn't need his gun. He could just freeze his arm up. And it was very cool. They did keep the white and blue. I always thought that was a cool version. And we have the original DC Universe Classics line. And you can see here, they had a holster that could fasten. So McFarlane, get with it, man, get with it. But yes, the old comic look that everybody likes. Everybody likes him having a parka, right? Yes, thank you, sir. Hulkmania was, yeah, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at the guns, they did keep them sort of like that, sort of. Yeah, so definitely looks cool. I mean, you know, this is it's all make believe, right? His gun can look like this because that's the way they drew it back in the day. How would we know? Maybe we've got it all wrong, and this is how a freeze gun should look. And we've been trying to make hair dryers heat. Maybe we should turn them, right? Yeah, this is DC Universe Classics version. So this one was made by Mattel, and you get this one made by DC Direct. So there we have those guys. And as far as Batman goes, because where would McFarlane be without the Batman toys, right? take these, move these all back here. Whoop. And then we'll take all these lovely items, move them over, and say, hey, it's the Batman. Now this is a very cool version. I like this. It's definitely has all of the same equipment that this version have. And I will go ahead and say they did the same thing that this version had, the problems. Smooth glove here, and these gloves are padded. So let's go ahead and pop this guy out and see what we get. All right. So it's the same card for this one as we got for the prior version. And we can see here. And I like that comment. That was a good crossover between Spawn and Batman. Batman being able to figure out that Spawn wasn't all that bad, but, you know, Spawn was kicking his butt, so he hopped on the other side of the alley where Spawn had no powers. And they're like, yeah, come on over, man. We'll talk. You know, and that's the other thing. I always laugh because Superman, they knock down in power and raise a normal guy like Batman up in power. So we have these clips here, 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 and just the rest are in tape. All right. So yeah, I will let you know if I do get a booth at Atlanta Comic-Con, and I'll be able to report from that. And actually involve my my son in the other parts of it. So yeah, this cape. Wow, that is a huge cape. And then pop these out. And then get this going. All right. Yeah, this is a big old batarang, that was for sure. And we can see here this hand, if I can get it to focus. Focus. It just doesn't want to focus, but anyway, so let's make it focus. So yeah, you can see here he's got the armored glove padded on here, whereas these gloves are just the simple, does have a little bit of cloth stretch in there, but they're just smooth. Now I like that this version head isn't like the other one, so let's just clean up the area just a little bit. And it looks like the, well, this ankle's very weak. That's not a good sign. Yeah. Not a very good sign at all. But yeah, so we pull this Batman in, and we can see he has his old DC. It was a very matted color. It wasn't very bright like the new ones are. But we can see the difference in the molds. As far as the face goes, I definitely love the old 80s style black here in the front with the face. Let's see if I can get this in here and brighten that up. You can see it's very nice. Let's pull that down. And I love the ears going back to the old version of the Batman, whereas these were the old spikes that could, you know, poke somebody's eye out. All right. So now that I'm messing with this one, I'm like noticing his ankles were kind of weak too. Maybe is that what this big old cape kind of holding him up? because I'm putting him on. You can hear the grind on that one. Do it. But yeah, so you can see here's the other padded glove to go on there. So, but yeah, I definitely like this. It's black inside and then blue on the outside. A little bit of scratch there is like muted, and then we have a little bit bright. But yeah, so Batman has a neck ball joint. So you can see it here. If I raise it up, get a little bit of a gap. Down, up, right, and left, no issues. Good T-pose. Have a drink on me, man. So here we have a double bended elbow wrist on a ball joint, and very nice. Looks like you can fit that battering in there pretty good. Yeah, it does allow this here. So yeah, I think you can get it in there. Very cool. Now he has this top spin, get a little bit of a gap forward. Spin there. There we go. A little bit of a wiggle there. Forward and back. Double bended knee. Ball jointed peg hands. Yeah. And you got to be sure to get that straight before you break it. Or you can twist it and get a little bit more stable ankle out of that. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But just remember, you twist it too hard, you could break it easily. These aren't able to fix. So that toe bend. And yeah, I might just do that. Just see if I can get it, play around with it. But yeah, I'm definitely digging this Batman. I love this Batman. This Batman was okay. The all black, hey look, I'm Michael Keaton's cousin. You know, I stand in for him whenever he's on vacation. Batman. But yeah, it's I gotta say, man, I love this one. I definitely will be probably putting it somewhere up there so I can get it in a good pose. Probably switch out this big old batarang. You can use it as a club if you don't throw it. Yeah, I think it's huge. We'll see how I can put that in his bat belt. But yeah, that is cool. Now, I am actually going to cut this short today because my wife is pinging me to go pick her up. I'm actually starting 2 new channels to help with memberships, and they are not toy related. One will be on adoptions for animals, dogs and cats. And then the next one will be totally left wing. I'm going to be doing a more religious channel. So for those that follow toys and other things, you can join me on those as well. And Jay, I want to thank you for attending, and definitely enjoy your cocktails. And thank you so much for joining me, man. Definitely cool to have somebody to ping and talk to. So until next time, families, we'll see you. Have a great day. And remember, as always, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.